You can see all the algae under there. You can see it all over here as well. So there's lots of algae. It's just the harsh Australian weather. You can see all the algae there. So I tend to scoop all the string algae out every day. But I've got that pH under control now, so I'm not too concerned about the string algae. The main thing was getting that pH under control. So this is what I do every day in the fry pond there, to scoop all this string algae out. Just do it gentle. So all I do is just, I've got a rake, I just scoop all the algae out, the string algae out. The pH is really good now, so I'm not too bothered about the string algae now. I've got that pH under control, and the fry are now about 37 days old, 38 days old. But all I do every day is just like rolling candy floss. Just pull out the algae, string algae, and then just put it in a bucket and then pop it in the bin. I do this every day. It's you know, a fine line between, you need the sun to warm the water and for the growth and the colour in the fish, but then too much sun, it causes too much algae. So I tend to cover up the pond in the main morning sun, and then when the sun goes over the top of the house, I then take the cover off, so at least it gets a bit of light and a bit of sun, but not too much. Otherwise you end up with algae everywhere. It's a good little rake this. They use it for aquariums, but yeah, it scoops all the algae up. But yeah, sometimes I use my hand on the sides and then just wrap it around like candy floss. You can see it there on my hand, just like candy floss. So I've spent about an hour now cleaning all the string algae, but it's pretty good now. It's come up pretty good. I don't even see the fry because it's pretty. I've stirred up all the water, but at least now it won't smother all the smaller fry and all the food. But yeah, I'm glad I had to do that because it was getting too much algae. But it's not too bad now. film a little bit at night time. It's now the 9th of December. Just put a light on the pond so you can see the fry, but there's some quite big ones down there. At the bottom, about 30 mil. At the bottom, some larger ones. Still a lot of small ones as well though, but I keep scooping the big ones out, the Tobies, and just to give the little ones a chance to catch up with the brothers and sisters. But yeah, there's some nice ones down there, starting to develop nice patterns. Let's have a look around it. A bit darker over here. Yeah, they all come to the heat where the light is. Still a lot of small ones though, but I think there's going to be plenty of big ones for me to keep and go through. Let's just adjust that light, okay? See them all over there. So I've scooped a net full out here. You can see the difference in size. You can see some of the patterns are starting to develop really nice. That one there, that's a big one. That's starting to develop really good. So this one over here, this one's starting to develop really good as well. And there. Yeah, so some of them are getting a lot bigger. So what I'll do is I'll separate those big Tobies for the time being. Pattern's really nice on some of them. You can see there now the pattern's starting to come through. The fry are now, I think, 39 days old, and they're coming on well. Some small ones, got a bit of catch up to do, but I'll put those big ones in a separate tab, and we'll see how we go. I'm going to put the in that one now. The mesh is a little bit bigger. So it's a little bit bigger now, so they can get more water flow through them. But I'll put them in here. It's just a floating isolation net. So I'll pop them in there now. So I've scooped out another net full as well. So there's still some big ones in there as well. And a couple of them with really nice patterns. So what I'll do is I'll see them in there. It's got a nice pattern. Some of them are quite big. Small ones are about between 15 and 20. So I'll put them now in the isolation net again with the other Tobies, just to give the other ones a little chance to catch up without getting eaten by the big ones. Hi there, it's 12th of December. The koi fry now from the leather Doitsu Showa are 42 days old. There's been a bit of a difference in size, so I've started separating the sizes as I need to take them next week to my father-in-law's house and put them in the growing ponds. So I need to separate the big ones from the small ones and then take them to the father-in-law's. So I'll give you a bit of a look today at some of the sizes. I'll scoop some out shortly, and I'll put some in the bowls I've got set up here, and I'll give you a bit of a closer look on the larger fry, which are the Tobies, and some of the progression and the difference in sizes. You can see some of the Tobies in there. Excuse my reflection. See some of the Tobies there. Yeah, so some of the Tobies are quite big in there. Some nice patterns developing. That's just a few. So I've put some in the bowl here now. just to see the comparison. So some of them are quite nice. Yeah, some of them are quite nice pattern. Starting to develop. You can see the underlying sumi. But yeah, there's some nice ones there, but look at the difference in size. The big Tobies, they're about 30 mil, down to the smallest one, which is probably under 10 mil. So you got the largest down to the smallest. Let's see if I can get a couple on the culling it together to give you a comparison, eh? So yeah, just them, not too quick. See the comparison there. That one's quite a nice one. It's got quite nice sumi, quite nice head pattern. So that should be a one for the future, see how they develop. But there's some nice patterns there. Some of the big ones are nice, and there's a couple of Doits in there as well, Doitsu leather. So we'll see how they go. I have noticed since I've sculpted these out, I have noticed one with short gills. So I'll sculpt that one out and show you it, and I'll show you. You might be able to see, but it's got very short gills, which is a bit of a deformity. Yeah, it's a deformity, and it's probably caused by sometimes high pH, sometimes ammonia. But yeah, unfortunately that's not the best one. It's definitely got shortened gills compared to the rest. If you look closely, there's another one there as well with looks like damaged gills. Another one here as well. Let's see if I can sculpt that one out, eh? So we've got one here with shortened gills, damaged gills, and then we've got another one here as well. See if we can get that one. So we've got two there. You just look at the gills if you can, and you'll see the gills are shortened, which is usually, sometimes it can be deformative, sometimes it can be due to the pH or the ammonia. But these big ones are quite good, quite nice. But what I'll do is I'll separate these over the next few days, and I'll go to the father-in-law's probably Monday or Tuesday next week. I'll see how I go for work. But you can see the gills there. If I can get a back shot of that little fry there, you can just see the gills flapping there. You can see the shortened gills. You can see all the pink at the line of the gill plates, which looks like a bit of a deformity, that. So yeah, unfortunately that's not going to survive much longer. But I'll do some footage next week. I'm going to put these in the separate tanks now, just to keep them separate, so it's easier to take to my father-in-law's. So I've got some of the little ones in there. So I've got all these tanks here with all the Tobies in different sizes. So I'm slowly over the next few days going to put them into sizes. You can see the small ones in there. And then I've got, you can't really see them, but all the kohakus I've been scooping out over the weeks are in here. But that's a bit dirty, the water, because it hasn't got a filtration system. But I'll show you how they go over the weeks. You can see down there's a kohaku about 40 mil, 50 mil, I'd say 50 mil, it's pretty big kohaku. So it just proves they can survive in a small container, as long as you do regular water changes. But there's plenty of Daphne in there as well. So I've got all the isolation cages now set up. So I'm separating the fry into sizes. So I've got the Tobies in this one here, the medium size in there, and the small piddly ones over here in this isolation container here. So all the small ones in there. All the medium fry in this one here, if you can see in there. Probably not. All the medium fry in there. You see it at the bottom there. And then all the Tobies in this one here. So you can see inside there, Bear with me. And the Tobies in there. So they're all separate now into sizes. I've got a few more to scoop out from the bottom of here, and then they'll be all ready to go to the grown ponds at my father-in-law's. So there the fries again, chomping on the baby fry. Just see it there. It's probably got all the torso of the fry in its mouth. It's chomped it in half. But yeah, that's one of the big Tobies, so I'm gonna scoop it out shortly. You can see down there, but you can see one of the bigger fry chomping a smaller fry. You can see it there, it's got the torso of the smaller fry in its mouth. So you can see it there. But yeah, it's a large Toby, which is somehow evading my scoop net, and it's just chomped up one of the small fry. So yeah, they are eating them. This Toby out here, that's about 3.5 cm, about 35-37 mil. That's developing nicely, that one. That's one of the Tobies. So yeah, that's developing very nice there. That's just in the Toby tank. But you can see that one there, yeah, that's developing very, very nice. It's got nice placement of pattern. Oops, it disappeared. Where are you? There we are. Yeah, it's got a nice placement of pattern. It's got nice sumi underlining as well. You can see the sumi coming up as well. You can just see the underlying sumi on its head, which is good. It's got a white nose, which is fantastic. The pattern doesn't come back. Doesn't come past its eyes, so it looks like it's got a nice nice head pattern as well. So yeah, it's a beauty, that one. See how that one develops. Took a lot of the smaller ones out now. I put them in this little isolation cage here, so I've got easy access, which I can move it to my father-in-law's over the next few days. These are the smaller ones, and I'll put these in a separate pond to the larger ones, just to give these ones a chance to see how they develop. Some of them are a bit small, but I'll leave them in there, see how they develop. I've got a few more left in the tank, which I can't scoop at present because of all the isolation tanks in here. But once I move those out and put them in another tub, I'll be able to scoop all these out of here, and then give this tank a bit of a clean, ready to put my next fry in here once I've culled the Kikunotsuri. But yeah, these are all in this tank here. These are all from the Doitsu Showa, and I think I'm going to get if I get half a dozen or a couple decent ones, I'll be happy. It's worth the patience and the trial and error. But yeah, there's a couple there which I keep getting away from with the net. A couple of big Tobies down there. But once I get these isolation cages out of here, I'll be able to scoop them out. As they say, there's never a big enough net for a small tank like this, and there's never a big enough net. I have tried the smaller nets, but it's like fishing for gold. So you've got to use bring out the big hard yakka big nets. It's the only way you're going to catch them. And if it wasn't for all the algae in here, I'd scoop them up no time with that big net. So it makes it life a lot easier. Right. So you can see a couple of these are the Tobies which have been taken out over the last few days, and they're getting quite big in there now. So I'll scoop them out shortly. This container here is where I've popped all the Tobies. There's one at the bottom there, and it's probably about 35-40 mil. It's a monster of a kohaku, but usually from the Showa spawn, the kohakus do grow the quickest. So I've just popped them in there. There's no filter on there, but I do water changes every day just to see how some of the kohakus come along. And I'll pick out anyone as soon as the patterns start developing. I'll see if there's any with decent patterns and I'll pick them out as well. I've got a few in there, about 40 or 50 in there, which have got through the culls. There's a big one at the bottom down there, that's a beauty. I'll maybe scoop some out over the next few days and show you some of the kohakus from the Showa spawn. But yeah, it's going to be warm the next few days. It's going to be high 40s, so 36, 37 up to high 40 degrees. So I'm going to keep all this area here covered up, keep the shade off all the water. The water temperature's been pretty good today. See what it is here. So it's now 20 past 7 at night, and the water temperature is 28. Yeah, 28 degrees. So pretty warm for 7:20 at night time. Let's see what the temperature in this smaller pond is. This is only 400 litres. Let's see what is in here. Oh, it's not too bad. It's cooler in there. Yeah, that's about 37. So 37 degrees. That's not too bad in there as well. So I've scooped a few kohakus out here, and you can see the size there. There's some are starting to develop nice patterns. That big Toby there, that's starting to get a bit of a pattern. And then there's also one that possibly could be a tanshaw. Let's have a look, eh? If I can catch it, they're so bloody quick. There you go. This one here, that possibly could be a tanshaw. Let's wait and see. The heat plate is starting to develop, so it could be a tanshaw. This one's quite nice as well. That's a Doitsu leather, this one here. And then the bigger monster, the 40mm Toby. Oh, we'll see what happens with that, eh? You just never know. That's pretty big. So yeah, it's probably pretty good size, but I've stirred all the water up now. I'll do a water change in here. You can see some of the comparison. You see the small ones. But I'll put these back in now and see how they go. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. It's that time of the day. Time for a coffee. Don't forget, it's Christmas. Look after yourself. Look after your partners, your loved ones, your family. Stay safe. Have a fantastic Christmas. And I'll catch you in 2 weeks' time with episode 7 of my Doitsu Leather Showa breeding. Let's see if I can get the perfect blend. Here we go. I'm hoping for the nice creme on the top. I'm not much of a coffee maker, but I do try. Voila, one perfect double shot with nice creme on the top. Froth up the milk. Wipe the spout. And let's see him pull the perfect shot. So So add my double shot, and then let's do some latte art, eh? Maybe not. Let's see, eh? That's how we go. Takes a bit of time, but we shall. Don't know about latte art, but looks nice and nice. Cup of coffee to